is Inspired Afternoons.
Welcome back. And indeed, it's Inspired Afternoons. And now we're moving to the beautiful country of Malaysia. I said I've never visited, inshallah, but it's on my bucket list. And I pray one day the Almighty gives me an opportunity to actually to visit the beautiful country of Malaysia. And today I'm going to be speaking to accomplished gynecologist, obstetrician, as well as one of the founding members for the Humanitarian Care Malaysia, My Care Malaysia, as well as Rose to Rose, a true humanitarian, and that is Dr. Fauziah Hasan. But today we're talking about Ramadan in Malaysia. How do the people from Malaysia, how do the Malaysians experience this blessed month of Ramadan? Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings, Dr. Fauziah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It's so lovely chatting to you and connecting with you again. Last time we spoke was on International Women's Day.
Correct, yes.
And how is your Ramadan going?
Alhamdulillah, initially we were almost back to normal, but unfortunately our third wave of COVID infection has become worse. And because Malaysian government do not want the COVID situation to worsen like some other countries like India, so we are back to MCO, Movement Control Order. So this Eid we are just celebrating among ourselves in the home. We can't go and visit. We can't go to the mosque. Very limited number of people are allowed to be in the mosque, and of course the men will have the priority to go.
Yes, also because we still on our you have it movement control, we've had lockdown level stages. So level 5 mean the most limited movement. We actually at level 1 where movement is much easier, much freely. Yes, we still have to have our face mask and that while we're in public gatherings, indoor, not more than 100. Outdoor depends on the venue capacity. Yes, but still social distancing and that. But at least we're not in lockdown, so we'd be able to visit maybe extended family or have a limited amount of gatherings, maybe about 25, 30 people.
Yeah.
Gatherings like this, but our numbers have been increasing. I didn't realize Malaysia has now your third wave has come. So are your numbers increasing every day, or you passed the third wave?
We are just beginning at the third wave. The government, the prime minister just announced yesterday. You see, our ICU beds are filling up, so that's why we are taking a proactive steps to make sure that it will not be or the doctors basically are not exhausted, and all the ICU beds will be available for those who are in need. And we hope we are not in the situation whereby we have to choose who are we going to ventilate and who we are not. So we hope and pray that we will not come to that stage. So that's why the Prime Minister has actually announced the lockdown order, but with not a total lockdown. Some business activities are allowed, but majority of the Malaysian would be spending in the house, most probably, yes. Starting from
So
tomorrow.
Mhm. So your normal Ramadan traditions about having iftar in the masjid and sharing of your meals and all that sadly did not happen this year.
Did not happen this year, but we did our iftar together virtually.
Oh, lovely.
Recently,
Tell us about it.
yes. Recently, because every month, every year during Ramadan, roast to roast activists, usually we have a gathering and eating iftar together. So this time we were saying, why can't we have iftar but virtually? So we have a gathering, a virtual gathering, we have some motivational, inspirational speeches, and after that we have already pre-ordered Grab food. So we somebody has at least sponsored our activists with Grab food. So they order what food they want, and the Grab send the food that they ordered to their houses, and we eat together virtually.
Oh, mashallah, I'm so glad you pivoted and you adapted to the situation instead of, really feeling depressed and we can't do and what we're going to do. You've adapted, you've pivoted, and you can smile about it. You're looking happy and you're laughing to say, Alhamdulillah, you know what, we're making most of our situation.
Alhamdulillah. Even every year we also have ihya masjid in the masjid. Ihya Ramadan in masjid. So we usually thousands of us will spend in the mosque and going through many rituals, talks, tilawah Quran and so on. But this year we do it virtually. So we have thousands of people joining virtually, listening to the talks, and we also do the tilawah virtually. So everybody reads one page each, taking turn and finish one juzu for about 1
Oh, yeah,
hour.
please explain to us. This is so how does this tilawat work?
You can put it in Zoom or StreamYard or
Mm-hmm.
the other one is Google Meet, and each one read a page. And we say the first one we read first page and then second page, and we go around until we finish the whole juzu.
Alhamdulillah, such a lovely, lovely, lovely tradition. Is this a Malaysian tradition?
Yes, and also sometimes last year we did, or many people also did, in a group. Everybody take a juzu to finish. So if you have 30 people, one person read one juzu, inshallah we already completed one Quran.
Alhamdulillah, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah.
And now, Malaysia is famed. Like I said, I visited Thailand, but I didn't reach Malaysia. Went to Phuket. Inshallah, Malaysia was on my bucket list before COVID came. That December, I said, Inshallah, in March 2020 or April, I would love to visit Malaysia. And then COVID happened. So my heart still yearns to visit Malaysia. But I've heard beautiful, beautiful accounts of those South Africans who've come back and visited Malaysia. And one thing they talk about the food, especially that halal is freely available in terms of, and everybody loves going out in the eating out culture and the street food Malaysia. I've seen the documentary also, Street Food Malaysia, and the satays and the lovely food. So tell us, what do you enjoy in Ramadan? Yes, you break with tamar, the dates, but what special food? In South Africa, we have Indian origin, so samosa is number one with our dates. It's like samosa is compulsory. But what are some of your cuisines and the food that you eat specific to Ramadan?
Yeah, it depends on which area you come from. I come from the East Coast. So the East Coast, we have this like what do you call it? It's like a very tasteless cake, but you soak it in syrup, so it will become a very very sweet uh, sweet halawa, like sweet halawa. And
Mm-hmm.
there's so many other cuisine that comes out during Ramadan. In fact, during Ramadan, even the non-Muslim enjoy the festive opening of Ramadan or iftar in hotels, in restaurants, and so on. So because there are so many other food that we don't see normally, will come up or will surface out during Ramadan.
Yeah, can you tell us more about in terms of savory dishes and meat dishes in it? What are the specialties of Ramadan?
Yeah, we have light Indian food as well. We have the nasi biryani sometimes as well, nasi
Mm-hmm.
tomato and rice, chicken rice, nasi goreng. Those are the simple ones that I can cook. Difficult ones is very difficult for me to cook. I'm not a good cook. And some sweet dishes, especially for Ramadan as well. Uh, Pretty difficult to do, but it only surface out during Ramadan.
But I'm
I don't
sure
know.
there's plenty
Even
that sell it. You can go to places to buy them. If it's difficult to cook, you can just go and order and get it.
yes, yes, definitely, definitely.
Don't
But
worry, Dr. Fauziah, if I visit, I won't ask you to cook. We'll go to places and we can try. I won't put that on you.
I will tell you where to go to get this food.
Yes. And then tell me for Eid, what are some of the special traditions in you observing? As you say, normally your Eidgah must be a huge thing where everybody goes, families, for Eid Salah, but this year that's on lockdown, so this won't be happening.
Yeah, but the special food during the Eid is the pulut kuning, the glutinous rice where we cook in the coconut milk and we make it into a rendang. rendang chicken or rendang meat or whatever rendang you want to make, and we eat that. And also we make a compressed rice with satay sauce. There are also some mixed vegetables that we can eat with the compressed rice. Those are the traditional food. You know, there is also we call lemang, where the glutinous rice is cooked in a bamboo, and we like grill it over open fire. Also, we will see that during Ramadan and during the Eid. Yes.
So it
Very
looks fun,
difficult.
inshallah. One day you need to experience Ramadan and Eid in Malaysia. Once this, they say this pandemic, this too shall pass. So inshallah, this too shall pass. And inshallah, I have the opportunity. Almighty opens the way to visit, physically connect with my Malaysian sisters and brothers, inshallah.
Inshallah, please do welcome to
Uh,
Malaysia. And if you do visit, please contact me.
Well, but Dr. Fauziah, before I let you go, I think we South Africans were very, very heartbroken and upset by the scene since last week, Friday, of the aggression meted out to the Palestinians. And I know the people of Palestine are very close to your heart. You have many, many
Yes.
humanitarian efforts and relief work you do specifically for Gaza and for our brethren and sisters in Jerusalem themselves, in West Bank, entire Palestine, and their struggle is our struggle. I know in Malaysia you feel as
Yes.
strongly as we do. I mean, you can see what I'm wearing here, my Palestinian
Yes.
colors and all this, because it's my statement of solidarity as well. So
Yes.
tell me, what are your feelings like from the people of Malaysia with the scenes unfolding? Our worshippers were attacked openly in Masjid Aqsa. The sanctity of the masjid was desecrated. Israeli soldiers coming armed into the masjid with their shoes, trampling, locking worshippers in. What is the sentiment like in Malaysia regarding the atrocities that are taking place? And also on governmental level, has there any message gone out from the Malaysian government, being a Muslim country, in terms of the aggression we're seeing?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, just before this interview, about 2 hours ago before my iftar, we had a session explaining to the people of Malaysia what is actually happening now. In fact, this morning in Masjid Al-Aqsa, there was a big attack, and there's so many people who are injured. And according to the Red Cross, Palestinian Red Crescent, that they were prevented from going and rescuing the injured people. And you know, the clinic in Al-Aqsa is also being bombed uh, and put a gas bomb inside. So we have do a fundraising, and Alhamdulillah, we have actually managed to send 65,000 US dollar today. And Alhamdulillah, it has reached Baitul Maqdis to help the people in whatever forms, in the iftar, the medication, helping them. And of course, to be visible in your social media is very, very important, because the people in Al-Quds really want to see that they are not alone, and the people outside all over the world are supporting them, and they are fighting the Zionists with their bare hands and their bodies. And we must show our support, and we must, besides showing, we must also do supporting them by making dua, making our support visible, and also, of course, the financial donation that is very badly needed over there.
Shukran for your words and an update in terms of the sentiment from Malaysia regarding what's going on in Palestine. As you say, we connected. I spoke to a sister last week from Uzbekistan, and Ramadan is similar whether we Malaysia, South Africa. We
Yes.
all linked and united by a belief in our kalima la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and our belief, and also from any part of the world, if our brothers and sisters are grieving, they are having difficulty, we feel their pain and we
Yes.
support them. And I'm so pleased that from Malaysia also they support South Africa all over. And as you say, that's what we're doing. We're trying to trend it on social media that we support the struggle, and we will continue highlighting it. We will put it up on social media. We will speak about it, because I was told uh, Twitter and other social media platforms are actually monitoring and, in some cases, blocking content with hashtags of Jerusalem, Palestine, aggression,
Yes.
Zionists. So we need to let this narrative go in. We need to be that institutors of change and support, and we need to be the voices amplified for our brothers and sisters out in Palestine.
Yeah, we want to follow you, what you have done. You have erased apartheid in South Africa. So we want to follow that. Inshallah, we will erase apartheid in Palestine as well.
Summa
Inshallah.
Amin. Summa Amin, Dr. Fauziah. Yes, Alhamdulillah, I was pleased to be living in that era, pre-apartheid and post-apartheid. And yes, we've eradicated the apartheid, and hashtag apartheid Israel will fall, inshallah, in our lifetime. We make a dua for that.
Inshallah.
It was so lovely connecting to you. Have Please remember us in your special duas in those last few days of
Inshallah.
Ramadan, and may you have a blessed Eid. Although and may you connect virtually with everybody. But remember, our hearts will be united. We might be physically
Inshallah.
apart, but our hearts are always united, and we all
Correct.
always connected.
Inshallah. You feel close to you. And you are in
Assalamu
our dua,
alaikum.
inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That was our beloved sister, Dr. Fauziah Hasan, or a true humanitarian and a dedicated health worker, gynecologist, obstetrician, hailing from Malaysia. We're going to take brother Assad says, Alhamdulillah, brother and sister from every corner of the world raising their voice. Yes, absolutely. We're raising our voice because hashtag apartheid Israel will fall, and will fall, inshallah. Soon we make that dua. Let's go for a short break. We'll be back.